The fake news that thrived during the campaign.
That's fake. False news stories.
So-called fake news, disinformation.
All the lies, fake news stories filling your news feed.
The Russians were promulgating fake news.
Spread of fake news online.
Now, what we meant by fake news was this. This is a classic example. Stories on made-up websites claiming that the Pope had endorsed Donald Trump during the campaign. Many people were fooled by these fake stories. I've been snookered a time or two myself. Anonymous writers invent these stories either to profit from the clicks or to spread propaganda for a government. That's the media industry definition of fake news.
In short, fake news is made-up nonsense delivered for financial gain.
This weekend at a conference all about misinformation, Claire Wardle said there's a spectrum of fake stuff out there. Check this out. Over on the left, you see satire like The Daily Show and The Onion, not intending to hurt anybody. And then on the right side, these are the worst of all, fabricated content, 100% false stories designed to deceive and do harm.
The epidemic of malicious fake news and false propaganda that flooded social media over the past year, it's now clear that so-called fake news can have real-world consequences. This isn't about politics or partisanship. Lives are at risk, lives of ordinary people just trying to go about their days, to do their jobs, contribute to their communities. It's a danger that must be addressed, and addressed quickly.
But 28-year-old Edgar Madison Welch of North Carolina, he walked into a restaurant full of customers yesterday, fired the weapon, according to police, and pointed it at an employee. No one, thankfully, was injured. Welch was arrested and charged with assault with a dangerous weapon. 2 firearms were found in the restaurant. Another was found in his car.
In 1991, the world was introduced to the emotional story of Naria, a Kuwaiti girl who testified about the atrocities committed by Iraqi forces in Kuwait.
While I was there, I saw the Iraqi soldiers come into the hospital with guns. They took the babies out of the incubators, took the incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor. It was horrifying.
What the world was never told was that the incident had in fact been the work of a public relations firm, Hill and Knowlton, and the girl had actually been the daughter of the Kuwaiti ambassador. The public was whipped into a frenzy of hatred for the Hussein regime, not for the documented atrocities that it had actually committed on segments of its own population, with weapons supplied to them by the United States itself, but on the basis of an imaginary story told to the public via their televisions, orchestrated by a PR firm.
Nurse Naira became the mainstream's darling, but once the vote had safely passed, she admitted inventing the whole thing and was actually the daughter of the Kuwaiti ambassador to Washington, lying to get the public to back war.
And when I say fake news, I mean stories that are designed to trick people into believing lies. Deception 101. I see 3 buckets of them. Number 1, total hoax sites with totally made-up news solely trying to trick you.
What if it was hijacking or terrorism or mechanical failure or pilot error? But what if it was something fully that we don't really understand? A lot of people have been asking about black holes and on and on and on and all of these conspiracy theories. Let's look at this. Noah says, what else can you think about? Black hole, Bermuda Triangle. And then Deji says, just like the movie Lost. And of course, they're also referencing the Twilight Zone, which is a very similar plot.
These sites exist because they're profitable. They're clickbait. Every time we click and share and get angry about these fake stories, somebody makes a little bit more money.